I didn't really know what I was doing. I started when I was just in high school, overcame quite a bit of mental health issues, real dark time when I was younger. Before the gym, I was going home and thinking about work and stressing myself out about everything I had to do. Some of the biggest changes I'd say that I've seen in myself is my name is Liz. I'm 29 and I'm a licensed realtor and property manager. Overcame quite a bit of mental health issues, real dark time when I was younger. I was always the scrawny kid and just kind of wanted to be a little bit more self-confident and overcame quite a bit of mental challenges in the mix of it. I didn't really know what I was doing. I started when I was, just in high school, kind of didn't know the ropes, got in with a really good group that helped me, stopped doing everything unhealthy and got on a crazy wild journey and just haven't stopped. Some of the biggest changes I'd say that I've seen in myself is I'm much happier naturally instead of having to force myself, having to go to therapy, having to push through every day. I actually look forward to going to the gym and look forward to being happy before and after. It just changes my whole day. I felt happier naturally. Before the gym, I was going home and thinking about work and stressing myself out about everything I had to do, but the gym kind of gave me a release, something to take a mental break from the everyday chaos that is my life. A quiet sacrifice I make every day. Probably balancing everything very well in my life. My job is very demanding, but I ensure that my schedule is specific to do this as much as possible, if not every day, because it means that much to me. It means as much going to work as it does to come here. The correlation of mental health and physical fitness, I think it's 100% tied in together. One, you've got natural endorphins. It gives you a goal to work towards, more self-confidence, just all around physical image and the actual endorphins, I think all tie together. If somebody was too nervous to come to the gym, how I overcame it, because I'm wildly self-conscious and think everybody has eyes on me, I realized everybody's doing the exact same thing I'm doing, and then I started watching the people that I thought were amazing physique. I absolutely wanted to mimic them and use them as a goal for myself and look forward to the motivation of it. The biggest impact on my day-to-day of going to the gym, it gives me a personal goal and self-discipline that I need, and I feel accomplished at the end of the day. Asylum, the name to me, I'm a very aggressive, grungy person, but at work I have to be the polar opposite, so it gives me such an outlet to feel myself, not have to worry about being judged for having tattoos or being overly aggressive or looking really, really mean. I feel like it's home, and it's very peaceful to me being the way that I am, the personality I have, the way I look. The community and people here are amazing. Everybody has such a specific goal. Everybody is looking towards the same thing, and everybody is on top. I've been to gyms that I felt like I excelled beyond, and I needed more motivation of people around me that had the same goal of just the aggression, the strictness, and everybody is so kind here and wants to help everyone grow, and community is huge to me here. My message to the world would be, if you don't come to Iron Asylum, you are missing out. How I changed, I specifically changed my schedule to make sure I can fit the gym into it, if at all possible, which is almost every day, can put it in the afternoon when I know that I can put meetings around it just so I can come here. Why somebody should start going to the gym. I'm very passionate about this. Coming from the background I have of a very dark place and a lot of mental things to overcome, this has taken over therapy, medication, all of the above. I think to better yourself and just all around be a better person with self-discipline and just being all around happy, I think pushing everybody to go to the gym just to have some kind of outlet, even my biggest answer. I would tell 18-year-old Liz that you're gonna become everything that you wanted to become. You're gonna look exactly how you want. You're gonna be so overly confident and everything else doesn't matter anymore, and you will get there. The soundtrack of I think this has consumed my entire personality at this point, but my number one song would be Victory Lap 4 by Fred again.